I did this video a few times and I'm just going to try to keep it real short. I know that a lot of people are going home tonight from, wherever they are. 4th of July weekend is coming to an end. Luckily, those hard rip currents are starting to shift more towards the later evening to midnight areas. That hard slope that just your normal beachgoer doesn't understand or anything like that. That hard slope was coinciding with the lifeguards going off duty at 5 o'clock. And I think that's why I was getting all those rescues and everything like that. Which now maybe right before dark is where things would get pretty serious out there tonight. Like if you weren't paying attention, like that's the area that you would have to watch. Now, if you don't have somebody that's trained down there like me, you don't want to rely on 911. You don't want to rely on the rescue crew. They're very good at what they do. Don't get me wrong, they're trained. They're very, very good at what they do. But those people are not for the purpose of guarding. They are retrieval. Things have gone very, very bad. And usually if they are dispatched, like all my rescues, I think only one person had to be hospitalized and checked, and I'm pretty sure they were probably cleared the same day. Now, if you rely on that 911 group, that's resuscitation. That is possible drowning. That's very bad when you see that go out there because it's just too late by then. And bystanders, you don't want to rely on the bystanders because they can turn something into a multiple very easily. Like yesterday, the bystander that helped out, I was very thankful. But then again, I'm like, dude, if this was any rougher, I might have had to drag you out too. Like that's just the reality, So with that being said, I'm thankful for these boots that John gave me. I'm sure in a couple, my good longtime friend John gave me. I'm sure in a couple months that I'll be using these, and I won't have to stress about this stuff. So maybe in a couple weeks, as the tide starts to roll back into this window, where we might have a busy beach week and everything like that, I might start drawing awareness back to the Big Ripper. I mean, it's a dangerous place. Don't get me wrong. Even with guards on, they might get some action down there. You know what I'm saying? But like when it's unattended, that is when it's at its most dangerous. And when it's unattended, and you got the tides that are starting to rip out, when the lifeguards go off duty here at 5, and you got like a few hours of sunlight, that's when I might make my way down, put out more of a warning to be like, yeah, guys, you guys got to be real serious and see if a swell is coinciding with it too, because if we have an actual swell, that can make things that much more dangerous. So with that being said, just want everybody to be safe. Thanks everybody who supported me in some way, shape, or form, mentally, whatever. Like, my situation is really, really strange. So I try to deal with it to the best of my ability, and I just thank anyone who, it's like one of those things. Like trust me. I said I don't want this a long time ago. I said I don't want this, please. And I say now that they've done it to me, where I'm always feel like something's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like people, and I feel bad for the people who feel very close to me and watch me closely. You know what I'm saying? Like that I have that disconnect, that I can't connect with you and have those same feelings about you that you may have about me. At least the people that are looking for my best interest and want to see me, have a good life and everything like that. I'm thankful for them, and just try to keep doing my best and to deal with that on that side, and just always be doing what I've been doing, and I think if I get the support, I'll just always be thankful and just try to keep moving, try to keep working. But like I said, today is a day where I kind of might need a little rest. You could hear it in my voice. I was screaming at people, everything like that. Not feeling the greatest, but like, hey, it turned out like I'll have those memories for the rest of my life to be like, wow, regardless of what anybody does or says about me, these are the days where I'm like, really shape my life, and just trying to power through them. So thank you, and stay safe out there.